Which of the following plant absorb water from the atmosphere? See, the question is different, right? So, plants absorb water from the roots, right? That too underground. But here they asked which of the following plant absorb water from atmosphere. First one says jamun. Jamun, you know, it's a regular plant what you call jamun. Next is orchid. Third says melia. Next is moringa, right? So, what are these? So, jamun actually is the blue colored fruit plant, right. So, therefore, that is a big tree that you need not to depend on atmospheric water to absorb, right. Then orchid they have given. So, if only when you have seen orchids in nature, you can guess the answer, because orchids whatever you get, they are famous for their flowers, right. So, if you think of the flowers, then you do not even understand how the plants will grow, right. So, therefore, keep that answer. Third one, melia. Melia, I hope you should know the botanical names. Melia azadiracta is nothing but your neem plant. Melia azadiracta is the neem plant. Then moringa. What is moringa? Moringa is drumstick plant, right. So, drumstick plant, whether this one or melia or orchid or jamun plant, or we call it as Eugenia jambolana. Actually, if you want to know botanical name of this, it is called Eugenia. Let it be, the species will write. So, jamun is a common name, therefore, they have been given as a jamun. Eugenia jambolana is the blue color fruit, right. So, now among all the four, which one actually absorb water from the atmosphere, right. I hope you have learned first PUC about the root modifications, right. So, in root modifications you would have learnt about the orchids that grow on the other trees actually, because these orchids are very small plants. They grow in a very highly humid area like high evergreen forest they grow, and these grow at the branched trees wherever there is a small branches are formed, in between the small plants of orchids will grow. Why do they grow there? Because they are actually a kind of epiphytes, means they grow on other trees just for the sake of mechanical support. They do not absorb anything from the host plant, right. They are epiphytic plants. These orchids, when they are growing, they actually cling to the support because they are growing on the taller trees. There is reason also, because if there is a plant which is tall trees are growing, that area, if a small orchid grows near the ground, then it will neither get sunlight, nothing it will get. So, it is habituated to grow above the taller trees or something like that, right. So, they are epiphytes. So, first thing they produce small roots, they are called the clinging roots. They adhere to the host plant, right. So, after that they produce some extra thicker roots which are cottony roots. You can see here in the diagram, these are all cottony roots, they are released in air. Okay. What for then? These are the roots that absorb moisture from the environment, because if the plants do not get water, because they are on the above the trees, they can't produce the roots under the ground and suck the water, right. So, they require some water from the environment, because already I told you in that area the environment is very humid. These roots you can see here, these roots are produced, they are cottony in nature and they are called hanging roots. They hang freely in air, and whatever amount of water is there in the atmosphere they will absorb, and that is enough for the small orchid. Therefore, these are called the hanging roots. And you know one thing, there is some speciality of these roots, they contain something called velamen tissue, right. So, I will just give you the word velamen, because this velamen is very special type of tissue which you may get in first PO part, or wherever you think of orchid you have to remember velamen tissue. So, what is velamen tissue? It is slightly greenish with chloroplast present in this hanging roots. They also take part in photosynthesis, not only absorbing water. The hanging roots of orchids help even in absorbing water and also photosynthesis. So, therefore, orchid is not only famous for its flowers, there are very beautiful flowers produced in orchids. Apart from that, orchid plant is very beautiful, small one, miniature like thing, and it depends on the host just for the support. Not only that, it will never harm the host, and it is very independent, it sucks the water from the environment, and it produces filament tissue. So many things you have to remember orchids. Therefore, whenever you think of orchids, if you see orchid, check all these things, flowers, because you take it for the flower arrangements, and the hanging roots and the filament tissue. Therefore, among 4 options, the right option is B, that is orchid.